Hey everybody, welcome to the Kame House Party. I'm Noah.
And I'm Garlic Jr. Hi, I'm Kyle Cardi.
Now, dear listener, you might be wondering, where are Aaron and Vince?
They're in the dead zone with Garlic Jr.
Yes, that's where they're at. The dead zone known as Maple Syrup Blood Money.
We have trapped them in a dead, unapproachable podcast.
Because that's where Riverdale is. It's in the dead zone.
Oh my god. So we did the thing. We have invaded this podcast like the Red Ribbon Army, and we are here to review a Dragon Ball movie.
We are.
I have already forgotten the name.
Well, it's a good thing I have it right in front of me. It is Dragon Ball Curse of the Blood Rubies.
See, so we were told to more accurately simulate your dearly departed hosts that one of us had to watch the sub and one of us had to watch the dub because that'll raise our power levels. At no point in the sub that I watched did they say Blood Ruby.
Really?
Yeah, not once.
Okay, what did they call
Ruby?
What did they call the gems? The red gems?
Fucking Power Stones, like the fighting game.
Power Stones, really?
Yeah, it was like Power Stones or Power Gems. I don't even think they said Ruby, and they definitely didn't say Blood.
Okay, well, wow. All right.
Sort of changes things. I had a whole goof about how I was gonna tell listeners that we were reviewing The Dead Zone, starring Garlic Jr., but clearly that's not gonna happen anymore.
No.
So we did watch Curse of the Blood Diamonds, and it was good. Like, I have a hot take. Dragon Ball is better than Dragon Ball Z, and Toriyama should have fucking stopped after Dragon Ball.
Yeah, maybe. It's
Fight me.
It's oh god, it's a very different show from the from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, like the world is so alive and interesting, and it's full of wonder. And then in Dragon Ball Z, it's just like, okay, what alien are we gonna kick the fucking head off of?
Yeah, I feel like, well, it's well known that Toriyama wanted to stop after Namek, after Frieza was defeated and all that.
And then it's well known that he also wanted to make Gohan the main character after Cell. But that didn't happen either because Shonen Jump's editorial department loves to meddle.
Yes. Yes, they do.
How would you rate this on a scale of 1 to 5 garlics? I would give this movie probably 2.5 cloves.
2.5 cloves. You're really on this Garlic Jr. kick, aren't you?
Baby, call me the anti-vampire. Because I loves garlic.
I would put this at like a 3 garlic cloves.
It's fun. I enjoyed it immensely. I feel like people might be like, oh, he gave it 2.5 cloves. But no, I've never given a 5. Maybe twice in my life. But 2.5 is a good rating.
Yeah. So overall, it's a really good. It's really good little movie. It's 50 minutes long. It's super short, and it takes the first 13 episodes of the cartoon series and redoes them.
I mean, fucking sort of. Now, I don't know what the difference between a dub and a sub is, Noah. But to me, the first arc of Dragon Ball Z is about Emperor Rice Pilaf.
Yeah.
Now I just got some big fucking Dragon Quest. Who's hungry?
They are super Dragon Quest. I got a real big
Toriyama draws Dragon Quest.
Well, yeah, I know.
Oh,
but
I'm sorry.
Especially,
I didn't mean to gatekeep you.
Especially Dragon Questy, and also a little bit of Ghibli Castle in the Sky.
Yeah, I could see that. Didn't Toriyama work for Ghibli for a while?
I would not be surprised if he did. A bunch of people worked for Ghibli, so
that's true. They were the only game in town for a long while.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the little synopsis here. for our dear listeners.
Okay. So we open on a pastoral village being destroyed, and then a child tries to shoot someone with a slingshot and dies.
Did you get the opening narration?
Yes, I did. About the Dragon Balls?
About the Dragon Balls. Did they mention how Shenron apparently lives in the earth?
What? No.
So the first apparent difference is the fact
also,
that...
his name is Shenlong, so get it fucking right.
Right, so Shenron apparently lives in the core of the earth and is summoned from his lair when somebody finds the Dragon Ball. The Dragon Balls, all 7 of them.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I mean, that sort of puts a whole new, Shyamalan twist on the goddamn grand finale.
Yeah. I always assumed that, Shenron was split into the Dragon Balls, and when they all came together and he was invoked or whatever, he would pop forth from the balls.
Oh, I always got a distinct summoning vibe from him, but I don't expect I'm I don't want to summon him from his living room when he's watching 2.5 Men. That's very different than what I thought happened. Also, I'm looking at my waveforms, and I do want to apologize in advance. I did just move, and my house doesn't have AC, and I'm using a different microphone than I usually use. So if my audio quality sucks, I apologize. I'm doing my best, though.
Well, we appreciate it. I
don't want to disturb him. What if Shenlong is busting a grump? That would be kind of fucked up.
Excuse me?
Oh, busting a grump means taking a duty.
Oh, okay.
Did you think busting a grump meant masturbating?
I mean, maybe.
Does Kyle call nut grump?
That's entirely possible. I don't know how you do things up in New Jersey.
Up in the Union.
Yeah. So apparently Shenlong lives in the earth.
Yeah.
And can be summoned from them with the Dragon Balls. And then we find, a bunch of bulldozers destroying a home, like you were saying.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty rough. So a little girl shoots a slingshot, and then a big buff man, who is her dad, saves her from getting butted with a gun.
Yes.
And
anime Lieutenant Riker.
You mean Android 16? Literally Android 16 with a fucking cowl on?
Yeah.
He fucking rolls up and he's like, I'll let your village go if you beat me in a fight. And then he beats the shit out of this man.
Yes, he does.
Just brutalizes him.
God.
I mean, I'm happy to see Android 16 had work before the Cell Saga.
Yeah.
So then we go to the castle. Also, this little girl's like, I won't let you destroy our land or whatever. It's like, okay, sure. Whatever you say, child. We cut to a castle where the fucking Dragon Quest monster, the Dragon Lord, is eating snacks, but having a tough time eating snacks. Which, I mean, unless he has a swallowing disease, just fucking eat your food.
So wait. He's having a hard time eating?
Yeah, he's like, this tastes like shit.
Okay.
He throws it all over. Does something happen to you?
Well, he talks about how no matter how much he eats, he's never full.
Oh no! Oh man, that changes his context. Nah, man. In the sub, he's just like, everything tastes like garbage. I want to have a yummy snack. And that's what he wants to wish for.
Did his little robot companion say something snarky?
Oh, yeah, okay, good. I'm glad that carried over, because my next note is, I love this sassy, casual-ass robot butler.
So, in the dub, the king says, you call this food? And, throws a plate at him, and then the robot's like, yes, that's what everybody calls it. Food.
Yo, your robot's better than mine. Mine was just like, oh, well, that's a darn shame, sir. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm down with this robot who we'll never see again, unfortunately.
He's on the poster, too. Like, I'm looking at the poster right now, and he's on the poster, like, behind Oolong and Poir. Spoilers.
He deserves to be center fucking stage because, like, he got, like, an actual laugh out of me.
Yeah.
I love him.
That robot's great.
Robo tight. But yeah, so in the sub, he's like, I want to eat a delicious food, and I have like a running list of all of the wishes, and for this one I was like, what a fucking worthless wish. Like, eat a McGriddle, you fuck. They're delicious.
In the dub, he talks about, like, no matter how much he eats, he's never full. And then he wants to get the Dragon Balls, which he has like 4 or 5 of, so that he can wish away the curse that has been laid upon him.
That's such a fucking dub thing to do, to be like, oh, we have to explain why he's just like a little fat man with warts at the end of the movie. Like, it's a curse. Like,
apparently, ever since finding all the blood rubies or power stones, he has become cursed to, like, insatiable hunger.
What the fuck? Yeah, no, just like in mine, he was just a greedy little shit who, like, turned into a monster through living in vice, like, which is a very, like, Eastern idea for, like, monster metamorphosis, as opposed to, like, the West, where it's like, I found a stone and now I'm a monster.
Yeah.
I don't know. I prefer mine. I think it is more interesting.
Yeah.
It also does make him less forgivable, though.
Yes. So he does send out his 2 lieutenants, Vongo and Pasta.
Do you mean Bongo and Spaghetti?
Her name was Pasta.
Her name is Pasta, but his name is Bongos.
Bongo and Pasta, yes.
Is it Vongo for you?
No, I think it was Bongo. I think it's supposed to be Bongo. It just...
If it was Vongo, then it's Vongo, my dude.
No, it's fine. But yeah, no. Bongo and Pasta are sent out to go look for the remaining Dragon Balls.
I don't like them as much as I like the normal lackeys for Emperor Pilaf.
Oh, Shu and Mai?
Yeah. Mai is, like, one of my earliest crushes.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Shu is great, though. Shu, the little ninja dog. Shu is great. I love Shu.
Mm-hmm. Shu is fucking goofy as hell.
Yes, Shu is great.
Pasta can do it, though. Like,
but I really like cute. Pasta. Like,
and she's competent as fuck.
Yeah, she really is. Like, the dog fight scene later is, like, pretty fucking rad, I have to say.
Her guns, her what's that Steven Seagal gun martial art? Gun kata?
Yeah.
Her fucking gun kata is like third dan. She's fucking real good.
Yeah. So they're sent out to find the Dragon Balls, and we are led to our little monkey boy hero, Goku.
He's a Saiyan. You fucking pleb.
We don't know that yet. Shh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey guys, spoiler alert. Goku is a Saiyan.
Damn it. He's an alien.
Whoops. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but in, like, the original run, they did sort of go over the fact that Goku did come from space, like, right in the beginning. That was not in the movie.
No, I think that it comes up at some point. It doesn't come up at the start, but I think it's like
when he turns into a big monkey.
Yeah, I think when he turns into the giant ape, it is mentioned that his grandpa found him, like, in the forest, or like he saw him fall from the sky, something like that. Bizarre. So I think that alien origin is kind of there from the beginning, but I don't know if it was ever meant to get as fleshed out as it did. But yeah, so Goku is, like, going to get food. He's going to go catch a giant fish, I believe.
A big ass fish.
And then upon returning, he is run into by Bulma.
On a wide open road, no less.
On a wide open road, he sees
She's
Pasta
bad
and Bongo's.
Driving.
Yeah,
that was my next. Like, how the fuck did you How the fuck did you not spot someone on a wide ass, open ass road? Like,
oh, wasn't she looking at the dragon radar?
that was like scenes, like cells earlier. Like she was looking at the radar, and then she like started driving, and then she did just destroy Goku.
Okay, I thought she might have been like, you know, texting and driving on a motorcycle and.
I mean,
crash.
Maybe it's an appropriate allegory, I suppose, for the modern era. She does then dome Goku like 4 times.
She shoots him.
She fucking headshots him, like Halo 3 ass headshots him like 4 times.
Like God, like Goku is like, what the hell are you doing? And like he calls her a monster because he's never seen a girl before.
Yeah, especially one with blue hair.
Yes. Who also wears clothes that has her name on it.
That's like some fucking Logan Paul shit.
Yeah, like
she is the fucking proto Paul.
Damn.
Like before we even talk, like we could dunk on her clothes all day. Also, gotta say she got some cute fits. This movie, I guess. Mm-hmm. I do want to touch on and not gloss over the fact that her first fucking reaction to meeting someone that she hit with her car was to try and street execute them.
Well, you know, no witnesses.
No hesitation.
It's hard life out in...
He was like, "You're a monster," and she was like, "Time to die, fucker."
I can't have this getting back to me.
I cannot afford the premium increase.
Yes. So her bullets have no effect, and she's very, very surprised. And as Goku goes in for the kill blow with the power pole, she convinces him that she's a human and that they need to go after that jet.
So they call it the power pole?
They do call it the power pole, yes.
Okay, mine was like the something bow.
Like the Nyobo or something like that.
Yeah, Nyobo or something like that. It was like the martial art bow.
Yeah, because I think...
It's very Journey to the... I always fuck up the direction. Journey to the West?
It's Journey to the West. And like Goku is definitely based on Sun Wukong.
Oh, for sure. I mean, like all of Dragon Ball, more or less, had a lot of that going for it.
Yeah. So like his Flying Nimbus and the Power Pole are... Kinto-un and the Nyobo, I think, in Japanese. So,
I did say when Goku finds Bulma's Dragon Ball, he's like, "Oh shit, you stole my grandpa," and she's like, "No, idiot, this isn't your grandpa." There's a transition where she's like, "Look at the stars," and he looks at him. And he's like, "Oh, you're right. My grandpa has 4 stars," and it like transitions from the 2-star to the 4-star, and then rather than changing the cut, they like linger on the 4-star while he says that, and then Spaghetti and Bongos pick up the 4-star, and I thought that transition was really tight.
That same thing happens. He doesn't call the 4-star ball his grandpa. He calls it his grandpa's ball.
Oh no, it is where Grandpa live.
Yes,
it is Grandpa.
I think in the original dub of the series, he still calls it his grandpa. But no, yeah, that shot is actually really, really good. There's a bunch of like really good animation in this movie.
Yeah, it looks great. I do also think, because I remember that Goku does sexually assault Bulma in the original animations, and it's a great idea that they were like, actually, fuck this. Let's pull that out of the movie because we don't want our main character to be a sex offender.
Yeah, like they don't really have, for like a running time of like 50 minutes, they don't really have enough time for the whole like you have no balls joke and all that.
Got a pergini. Like, just thank you. Thank you, movie. I really appreciate it because that's just such a fucking gross scene.
They still do the whole like Oolong turning fucking into
sexual favors for the worst for fucking the grapist of Dragon Ball.
Yeah. God damn it! I forgot. That's what he's called.
Mineta. He's the grapist.
Yes. Oh god. All right. So they Bulma and Goku arrive at his house. to find Spaghetti and Bongo on their way out. They're flying. They did leave money for the Dragon Ball.
I mean, one fucking shilling or half a crown.
They left like
or
a gold
shit.
coin. They left a zenny.
We don't know the in-world economy, though. If
No,
that's only
actually, they-
one fucking zenny, then they deserve to be street executed.
It does have the king's name on it, Gurumes. So it's a Gurumes coin. It's not even in like an actual zenny.
That's
so,
like fucking Wario freemium money, where it's like, these are garlic coins.
It's like leaving a euro on the pouch.
Jesus. Well, I mean, if they use like a gold, silver, copper economy, maybe it's worth something, but still. Ridiculous.
So they go to chase after the plane that has the Dragon Ball on it.
Capsule Corp was so cool.
Capscore is still super cool. I want they sell like prop
so tight.
capsules, and I want to go get some.
Yeah, it's so fucking cool. Like that is, Dragon Ball is so full of these awesome magical ideas that Dragon Ball Z just was like, fuck it, kick them real hard.
Yeah.
God, it's so fucking cool. They're called like Hoi Hoi capsules or something in the sub. I can't find where I wrote it down, but I did write it down. But man, Capsule Corp is so cool.
Yeah. So they're just capsules in the dub, but yeah. So Bulma pulls out her like little cigarette case full of capsules and makes a plane out of one of them, and they go chasing after Spaghetti and Bongo.
The dogfight is tight.
The dogfight is super good. If nothing else, watch this for like, I think the dogfight and the Yamcha fight, I think.
It's short. Like
it's real short, but it's got like some really good animation.
Yeah,
so like
you have the time to watch this. It took me no time at all, and the dogfight is really cool. This is what I liked about Dragon Ball, more than Dragon Ball Z, because it's like, it's the conflict of like all of these different like levels of technology and like weapon styles, and just like it feels very wuxia, and I really like that. Where Dragon Ball Z is just like, my power penis is bigger than your power penis, and you've lost. Like
there's a bit of ingenuity that goes into like the combat and stuff.
Yeah, like the rocket was cool as hell.
So they get into like a dogfight after Bulma tries to like wave them down, and then Pasta gets into like the back seat, which has like an old school like Maxim gun, and they start having an air-to-air dogfight.
She is such a go-getter.
Yeah,
I love her.
And the scene that really got me is when I think she's grabbing the missile launcher to finally take them out of the sky, and she just like straps herself to the plane and like stands up.
She's so cool.
She's super cool. She's great.
She's fucking dope.
And then she blows them directly out of the sky.
Blows them to fucking shit, and then they fall out. And while they're falling, Goku saves Bulma by throwing the bow staff into the cliff face, and then he falls into a river. And did Bulma piss her pants for you?
Yes.
What the fuck?
That happens in the original show too.
Like, I know, but like, what the fuck is anime's deal? Especially old anime. Like, what the fuck is the obsession with pissing your pants? This happens so often.
I think, like, I don't know. I mean, it's supposed to be like kind of comedic, and I guess peeing your pants when you almost die is comedic.
Right, but like, why? It feels so perverted. Like, you don't need it, right? Like, it's like, maybe it was just potty humor, literal potty humor.
Yeah, I think it is.
At the time, but just like, it feels like they're like, oh, we made this girl piss her pants. Hell yes. Just something about that shit in old anime rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah. So they meet back up, and they go foraging for food later the night.
Yes.
And they almost run over the little girl?
I don't recall.
No. I think they hear her like screaming or something like
because
that.
the little girl gets encountered by a John Waters Oni, who's like, "I'm gonna marry you."
So the Oni has this very sort of like.
You look like John Waters. Let's not fucking beat around the bush.
No. But his voice is like this, like slightly higher pitched, like Andrew Dice Clay accent.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's got like this weird, like, I guess it would be sort of like a Jersey, New York kind of accent.
Oh, what are you fucking doing over here, man? You fucking come into my forest, I'm gonna fucking make you my child.
Yeah, it's not quite. Yeah, it's not quite that, but it's close.
What the actual fuck?
And like, I think she screams something about like the Oni is gonna eat her or something like that. He's like, hey, I never said that.
Does the Oni want to marry the child?
No. I think he just says that she looks good.
Ew, that's worse. Somehow.
Yeah. But no, yeah, like Oolong. I mean, the Oni is kind of a pervert.
Yeah, he wants to marry her, and then Goku and Bulma show up, and then the Oni does transform into the Iron Knight from Dragon Quest with a bowl of soup. And he does burn his fingy in the bowl of soup.
His finger in the soup. Which is like, what? How did you make that soup?
Well, for mine, it was like a pun about like eating Goku with the soup. He was like, "I'm gonna put you in the soup."
I think he does say that he's gonna boil him alive in the soup and eat him or something like that. But I don't think it didn't really come off as like a pun on my end.
Mine was like a little more punny. I'm sure it's like a cultural joke pun, like that, like the language we just don't understand the nuance of.
Oh God, what did he call? There's another pun later that I'm gonna to check up on. He calls Yamcha something when they meet.
Fucking jobber, maybe.
Maybe. But yeah, so he burns his finger. The Knight does, and then
Goku punches a tree in half. And then he's like, "All right, bye." He turns into a bat and he fucking pieces.
And then Goku goes after him. And and they chases him like over like a wall or like down a cliff or something like that, and they end up in this weird kind of like deserty area all of a sudden. And we learn that the Bat Knight Oni's true form is a pig in a little communist Chinese outfit.
Is Mao Mao this little fucking tanky?
Jesus.
If you fucking tell me that Oolong isn't a goddamn, like, fucking communist apologist, like a dirty ass little tanky, and this is coming from someone who fucking believes in communism. He's a fucking tanky, and he's garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oolong sucks.
Yes, so we learned that his name is Oolong, and he's a pig man who can transform. And then we discover, oh wait, we're in his area, we're in his territory, and we're introduced to Yamcha.
Yamcha, the Iron Fist Wolf Fang.
What?
Isn't that one of his moves in Dragon Ball Z?
He has Wolf Fang Fist.
Whatever.
And yeah, we see Yamcha in like probably the only cool moment he ever has, like standing on top of like a mesa with like the moon behind him, looking all cool and shit.
Like, was this moment undercut for you? Remembering that Yamcha fucking sucks.
Like, I remember like watching the original series, and yeah, like Yamcha, you were so good until you weren't.
This first fight is really awesome and really well choreographed. Also, he does have a machine gun.
Yeah, that's right. He shoots at him with like a Soviet SMG and then immediately like throws it away.
It's so tight. And then he does do a karate fight, or technically kung fu, because Goku in the sub says that he knows kung fu, not any other martial art.
Yeah.
They do a really well choreographed fight, and then Yamcha does lose, and my notes literally say, "Thus begins Yamcha's long career of doing the job."
Yes.
Which, for those of you who aren't familiar with wrestling, is when a wrestler goes out just to get their ass beat by, like, John Cena or something.
Yeah. Poir does mention that him and Oolong were former classmates and that he was expelled for stealing panties.
Yeah, they did say Transformation Kindergarten in mine.
Jesus.
They went to Transformation Kindergarten. Now, I have several questions about whose panties Oolong was trying to steal. Because, boy howdy, there's no right answers, but some are definitely more wrong than others.
Yes. And then during their fight, like, Yamcha's using a sword and Goku uses his power pole, and, like, they disarm each other, so they have to use, like, their secret techniques, which Yamcha just straight up, like, raw supers a Wolf Fang Fist into Goku, because Goku is just standing there hungry.
Yeah, Goku just wants a snack the whole fight, and then Yamcha's like, let me do what I'm going to do in every episode of Dragon Ball Z, which is throw all of my attacks all at once in a rapid-fire barrage, which is ultimately ineffective.
Yes. He says Wolf Fang Fist, and then the first hit is a kick, which I think is kind of misleading. And then Goku does his rock, papers...
It's called, like, Gale Wolf Fang, I think, in the sub. Like, I remember very distinctly there was, like, a wind element to it.
Yeah. Goku then does his rock, paper, scissors technique, where he literally... It's like a Three Stooges routine.
Eyes out. It's very good.
And then I think he sees Bulma and falls off a cliff because he's scared of Goyles.
Goyles! Before we end this whole Yamcha convo, what exactly was his... Like, what's he doing? Like, he's in this isolated part of the world, in a bad land, like, where there's nothing there except for talking animals. What's his fucking grift? Is it just to steal from, like... animals?
He's a desert bandit, so right. He like...
But who is he stealing from? Literally,
travelers?
The only people we know about in this region are animals at a shape-shifting kindergarten.
Well, you know.
Well, no, because the travelers weren't even traveling through the fucking Badlands. They fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
What's he doing here?
I think, like, this is a downfall of the condensed, like, digest movie stylings of this movie.
It's a bad plan, Noah.
Is the fact that you don't see, like, the long road that everybody has to go through in the desert.
That's fair.
Yeah. And, like, we do see him with, like, his little, like, jet bike and all of his ill-gotten gains in his secret cave that has, like, giant-ass kanji on the side of it.
Clearly mugging animals is profitable.
Yeah.
So Yamcha bounces. Does he say what his wish is right now? In his fucking My Name cave, Yamcha's house, the cave.
Yeah, when he's in the cave, I think he talks about it. But he does say that when Poir turns into the mirror and shows him that he, like, chipped a tooth, that like he's never gonna be able to get a girlfriend.
Yeah. What a dipshit. Well, I mean, like, hey, Yamcha, cut your mullet. That might be a good start.
Yeah. So Oolong, Goku, Pansy, and Bulma are all in, like, one of Bulma's, like, double-decker RV thing.
And Goku is just eating, like, a whole thing of salami.
Yeah, he's eating, like, a whole, like, butchered ham.
Yeah. Fucking little savage.
And Pansy fills them in on the plot about how the she's going to find the turtle hermit so that he can free her people from the king.
It's fair. Like, I understand why Pansy wants to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yamcha's wish, though, is fucking garbage.
So what is his version of the wish in the sub?
He just doesn't want to be... He doesn't... The subs were really weird. They were like, I just don't want to spill spaghetti out of my pockets when talking to a girl. Which, like, I didn't know that was a joke in Japan before it was a joke on the internet in, like, 2009. That's weird.
Yeah.
He just wants to be able to talk to girls. It's like, I mean,
yeah. Okay.
I thought wanting to eat more food was a shitty fucking wish. But hey, Yamcha, somehow you fucking sorted it out. You made it worse.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, his version is that he just wants to wish away his shyness so that he can get married or go on a few dates at least.
That's way more pathetic than it is in the sub. He just wants to get married. The date thing makes it real sad.
It really does. I think they're playing it up.
Someone put a fedora on this motherfucker. As someone with social anxiety, like, I'm sorry that you have a tough time, but, like, you don't need a goddamn wish dragon to fucking work on it, dude.
Well, maybe we'll learn a lesson along the way.
No.
Oh. So he overhears everybody talking about going to the Turtle Hermit to get help. So he packs up some shit and is like, I'm going to get there first so I can turn the Turtle Hermit against whoever these people are.
Can you be a hermit if you live in a purple house with a TV? I think that's just a shut-in.
I mean, you know, nobody says you have to give up modern amenities to be a hermit.
Pretty sure that's part of the monastic tradition, my dude.
Nobody says he's a monk. He's a hermit.
He's a fucking martial arts guru. Like, can you just watch telly?
Also, it is
Kame
house. It is Kame house. Therefore, I think the turtle owns the house. I think he actually owns it. Roshi is just a freeloader that lives there.
Roshi's a fucking renter.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yo, what does that turtle do for business? Damn. Rich-ass turtle.
Hey, he's got to do something. He's got a kid to feed.
Yeah, Roshi's bald ass.
In the series, he actually has, like, a little turtle child.
What? I don't think the turtle says anything in the movie.
He has, like, one line, I think.
Oh, okay. I must have missed
in
it.
the dub. But yeah, so...
Oh, he screams when, like, something happens, like missiles or some shit, I think, actually.
Yeah. So, the Ball Brigade, Bulma, Goku, Oolong, and Pansy, arrive on the island the next day. And I think Roshi talks,
He goes up to Goku and is like, are you the one who's here to fucking kill me? Because I'll kill you first. And I was damn, I forgot how cool Roshi was as an introduction, but I know it's all downhill from here.
Yeah. So he talks about, them being the people coming here to, like, kill him and take his shell.
Oh.
Like explicitly state
what?
They explicitly states that people are coming here to take his, like, steal his turtle shell. Which
that's next level. Like, no, he was just like, are you the one who's coming here to fucking murder me and make a name for yourself? That was it.
Wow.
Nothing about the shell.
Wow. Damn, Roshi, that's, like, ice cold. Oh god, remind me to show you the picture I found later, because I like Roshi's shirt. His weird, like, Rocco's Modern Life shirt with
like the alphabets shirt.
Yeah. I like that shirt. But yeah, and when so Goku's like, hey, wait, no, we're not, and then Yamcha's like, they're totally here to kill you. So
Bulma
Roshi's
does
like,
immediately sexually assault him.
Yes.
She does.
Yeah, she does. She does. I keep forgetting about that because she saw him initially. So, like, whenever Yamcha shows up, she immediately is like, hey, how you doing?
It's because she's horny for that dick.
She is. Her wish is that she wants a boyfriend.
You don't have to try that fucking hard, Bulma. You're like young and like physically attractive. You're fucking good.
Yeah. So Roshi's
Although
like, all right.
maybe she does shoot every boy she meets in the head on
Yes.
site.
Yeah.
Actually, starting to rethink this.
So Roshi's like, all right, I have a way we can solve this. Let me summon the flying Nimbus, and we can determine who's lying and who's not.
Jump on my cloud.
Yes, he's like, if you only those who are pure of heart can stand on the cloud, and then he immediately tries to jump on it and falls through with such force that he craters into the ground.
He does eat big shit. Hey, in the big opening song of the movie, did they refer to the flying Nimbus as the flying machine? Because they did call it a flying machine in the sub.
No. In the dub version of the opening song, they just call it the Nimbus.
Interesting.
Which, everybody go listen to the original opening to Dragon Ball, because I think it's both the same in the show and the movie.
It's so good. It is the same, and it's so good.
It's Mystical Adventure, but the dub version is like is something else, because they have to like go out of their way to make sure that all these words fit into this song.
My favorite, I mean, like, not to segue, but definitely the best, like, Americanized anime opening is the goddamn 4Kids One Piece opening.
God damn it.
It's so fucking choice. Dreamin', yo ho, tell for One Piece. It's so fucking good. We sing it all the time. This is not a joke.
I know you're not joking, and I hate it.
I've probably done it to you multiple times.
You probably are. Oh god, I'd have to read this one like stanza of the song. Through the fires of time, they've waited patiently. When all seven balls you find, the dragon is set free. Rising, mesmerizing, unbridled ecstasy.
Hey, did they rap it?
It's said very, very quickly.
Okay, but it's not like a 4Kids rap, right?
It's not like a rap, no.
That
but it's
sucks.
like blisteringly paced, like rhyming.
So good. So they're like, Master Roshi, give me the fucking Dragon Ball, because he's got one. And he's like, okay, only if you exchange it for sexual favors.
Yes.
Cool.
So Bulma's like, Roshi says in the dub, let me see your supple boobies.
What? What?
Yes.
The fuck did you just say? Oh my god. Mine is so much worse.
Okay. So Bulma's like, yeah, I'll do it. And then she immediately takes Oolong behind like the house, which doesn't seem to like, set off anybody's like suspicion.
I mean, he doesn't fucking know Oolong can shapeshift.
That's true.
He does want to poke her boobs. Very specifically, he says he wants to poke her boobs.
Okay.
Poke. They go back, and Oolong's like, yeah, why do I have to do it? And she's like, just fucking do it, you little creep. And so he does transform into like a dwarf version, like, and I say that like the fantasy race, like she's like a stout.
Yeah. She's like a little pig Bulma.
Yeah, it's cute.
Does Oolong like charge a fee in your version?
Man, this is the most complicated prostitution thing ever. No.
Okay, so in my version, Roshi wants to see her boobs, and then she takes Oolong and says like, hey, turn into me, and then flash him, whatever. But Oolong is like, I'll only do it if you give me your panties.
Okay, well, Bulma offers them willingly in the sub.
Oh, jeez.
She's like, shut the fuck up and do it, and I will give you my pee-pee panties.
I think she's changed them since then, but...
Whatever.
I mean, it's not like Oolong wouldn't be into it. Pervert.
Of course. Listen, as someone who has worked with a friend who sold her used panties on the internet, Oolong is the fucking clientele, my dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's not all just people like Oolong. Like, there's plenty of, like, normal ass men and women who buy it, but most of them are like Oolong.
Yeah. So
I don't think that this gets translated into the English one. I would bet $100 when Roshi walks up and Oolong takes Bulma's breasts out after, like, molesting Bulma in front of herself, which must really just fuck up your psyche.
yeah.
She says, why don't, instead of just poking my breasts, I give you pafu pafu? And he's like, puff puff? And he's like, yeah, puff puffu. Which is like a Japanese pervy thing for, like, basically puff, like putting something between your breasts and then, like, smushing back and forth. Was that in the English version?
So Oolong Bulma is like, hey, I have an idea. Why don't I give you something even better? Bouncy, bouncy.
What, like,
and then,
jiggly? Like,
yeah, like bouncy, bouncy. And she makes like a smushing motion. And
the
Roshi's
smushing
like,
motion is very different in mine.
Is like, you know, Roshi's like bouncy, bouncy, and bouncy, bouncy. And again,
Puffu, puffu.
Oolong Bulma sounds like Oolong.
Okay, good. Yeah, same. He did
making
change his
kind of a
voice
girl
before.
voice.
Yeah, he changed his voice when he was John Waters and then a Dragon Quest monster. You can't change your voice for Bulma? You had a modulator on when you were Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
It's just weird to me. Man, Oolong's lazy.
Yeah, so yeah, it's like a motorboat kind of thing.
I would show my dick for the Dragon Ball. Like,
yeah, sure.
I wouldn't.
It's a thing that could grant a wish. Sure, why not?
I wouldn't, like, force my pig friend to change into me to show his dick. I would just show my dick. Letting someone touch my dick is very different than that, though. Like, the context really does change. I, of course, would let someone touch my dick for the Dragon Ball. But, like, I would understand hesitation when it comes to physical touching. But just flashing someone is just like, okay, here's my fucking genitals. Bye. Give me now, please. Thank you. It's just weird. Would you show your dick for the Dragon Ball?
Sure.
I'd suck a dick for a Dragon Ball, even if it was Roshi.
Damn.
It's a wish, man.
It is a wish. So they get the Dragon Ball, but then Pasta and Bongo arrive in their freaking German U-boat.
Fucking U-boats.
And it start attacking the island. And they send out... Okay, all right. So they start shooting missiles, and they're like, send out, like, I think it's like the grabber drones.
Yeah.
And, like, one of them gets one of the Dragon Balls, but they miss the other one. It gets, like, knocked out of the way or whatever.
Oolong's dumbass head.
Yes. And then when it gets back to the U-boat, they only get one Dragon Ball, and Pasta's like, damn, those version 1s. I knew we should have spent the money on the version 3s.
What?
Yeah, she talks about how the drones that they're using are kind of cheap and shitty, and that they really should have spent the money on, like, the latest model.
No. What the... That, like... It's just like, oh, we only got the one. Let's leave. Like, that was it.
And then they talk about, like, blowing up the house, and, like, Bongo literally says, nuke it.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like they're actually implying that they're about to use, like, nuclear weapons on the, yeah, or if it was just like, you know, a wipe it off the map kind of thing.
So they shoot a bunch of missiles. And Master Roshi does take his clothes off, and he does do a big buff boy move, and then he does shoot the Kamehameha out. And
yes,
and it does blow up the ocean. It does destroy the entire biome and flash boil just hundreds and thousands of fish.
Yes. So he God, every time he does the Kamehameha, he just gets like super huge and buff.
Well, like when he's Jackie Chun in like later arcs, he's buff as fuck. Like I assume it's some sort of extension of Kaioken, right?
Yeah, it's something like that. Some sort of key technique that allows him to like buff up his old man body.
What the fuck was on his back though? He had like nicotine patches and like lines. And,
so
like,
I think those are like salon paws, like a heating pad kind of thing.
Some old man shit.
Yeah, it's like some old man, like, you know, my back ain't what it used to be kind of thing.
Oh, me, oh my.
But yeah, he blows up the submarine and a bunch of fish, and then Pasta and Bongo escape.
Pongo,
the dog
from fucking Oliver and Company.
101 Dalmatians.
So I do want to explain that goof really quickly. I thought it was Lady and the Tramp, and I was like, oh, I'll just fucking say a different dog movie that isn't Lady of the Tramp. I didn't even fucking get the movie I thought it was right. Like, I'm 3 steps removed from the movie it was.
Nice. Oh, man. All right. So...
Oh, Bulma mentions that her fucking wish is to get a boyfriend. The worst wish of the whole movie. I think we might have said that, but like, fuck me, dude. How do you have a worse wish than the previous 2?
Yeah. At least King Gurumes is like kind of like
maybe for
kind
you
of makes sense.
Maybe
for me,
you.
Yes. Yeah.
For me, he just wants a goddamn sandwich.
Yeah. All right. So Pansy asks Roshi for help, and he's like, "Nah, I'm too old for that shit."
Get fucked, nerd.
But then Goku does do the Kamehameha.
It'll take you 50 years to learn that move, and he does it instantly. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah, that happens in the show too.
No, I know, but like, fuck you, Goku. Shit.
Oh man. So Goku and Bulma are going to be all the help that she's going to get. So they make their way back to Pansy's homeland.
What a waste of a diversion, right? Like,
yeah.
Because, spoiler alert for the end of the movie, y'all, the Kamehameha doesn't do shit.
It really doesn't.
They don't need it in this movie.
Yeah, it doesn't really do much of anything. Back at the King's Palace, Pasta does tell him about like how the final Dragon Ball is going to be arriving. So
Goku also stole the cloud.
Yes, he takes the cloud because he's like the only person that can actually use it.
So they storm the base.
Yeah, so they go to the palace and I believe Goku gets into an air duel with Bongo.
Yeah,
like
he's like American Gladiator style.
That's right. He has like a metal like
double-sided
Q-tip.
Tetsubo.
Yeah. And he's on
swinging that shit.
He's on like a hover disc thing.
The fight's cool. Like, there's one point where, like, he grabs Goku's head and, like, flies along the side of the building and smashes it through it. Like, it's a really good fight.
That's... Okay, that move, the, like, running while dragging somebody, like, along a wall
I'm a sucker for it.
It's always good. It's almost always good.
It gets such a visceral reaction. Like, it's so satisfying. Even in this, like, early iteration. This one I really liked because it was a round building. So, he went around the building. Like, it was really good. Yeah. Ugh. It's so good. I mean, obviously, Bongo loses.
Yeah. And then, I believe, Yamcha and Appears infiltrate the palace.
Yeah.
And they steal, like, a bunch of the rubies.
You mean the
Power Stone.
Power Stone. They're not blood rubies. Noah.
And then Bulma and Oolong are like, and Pansy are moving their way through the castle, and like Oolong is pretending to be a giant monster, just like scare the guards.
It's awesome. Like,
yeah,
this is what I'm talking about. Like, these fights are fucking inventive because sometimes they aren't even fights.
Yeah.
Worthless ass characters like Oolong can do things where in later, series they don't do shit. They're just there.
I think like the last time something's even close to this happens when Yajirobe shows up during the Saiyan Saga fight.
Yajirobe does some work. Also, I'm pretty sure Yajirobe, isn't he the one who cuts Goku's tail off later?
A lot of people cut off Goku's tail. Like, Roshi does it. Yeah. I think Yamcha does it. Who else? Goku's Gohan.
The
Grandpa Gohan does it.
A
bunch of people do it. It keeps growing back.
It's a whale of a tail.
So moving through the palace like hallways, they run. Bulma and Oolong and Pansy run into Puar and Yamcha, who have the same idea in that they're going to use Puar transforming into a monster form to scare guards away and shit. And then Bulma gets all horny seeing Yamcha, and then Yamcha is shot to death.
He gets fucking brutalized by a handheld SMG.
Yeah, Pasta shows up with a freaking like TMP from Resident Evil 4 and just blows Yamcha away.
Lights this motherfucker up. It's like, so good.
It's really good, and like
he gets shot so hard he flies back into a wall.
Yeah. And I think he gets shot all in like his circular like logo on his chest.
That's a target.
So like, yeah, it's literally just like a giant target for her. But then it turns out that he didn't die. He was storing all of his Power Stone blood rubies in his shirt.
And that's why they're called the blood rubies, because they're covered in his fucking blood now.
Yeah. So Yamcha and Pasta fight. And
that's not the word I would use.
Well, let's just say that Yamcha has his hands full.
Yamcha does an accidental sexual assault.
Yes.
Which, like... So, like... He didn't know it was a woman until he took her helmet off and touched her breast.
Yeah, but he does like his wolf fang fist or something, I think.
Yeah, listen. Why was he gonna gently caress his opponent's chest? Like, what setup to the move was that? He should have obliterated that breast. It should have been, like, knocked very hard like Goku was.
Yeah.
Unless he was like setting up some new move we haven't seen yet. What's the logical progression of his fucking combo?
I have a wound there.
Ooh. So he gets some fucking boobage and he sees beautiful Pasta. And she fucking throws a grenade at him.
Yeah. So they run away. And I think they end up running into the king's like chamber, like his court is like a throne room. At the same time as like Goku gets like blasted in there or something.
Yeah, they all meet up conveniently all together. And then they have the most anticlimactic fight I've ever seen.
Yeah, so King Gurumes has been keeping the Dragon Balls in his stomach, as we learn in an earlier scene. But he does. Did? Yeah, he opens up his mouth and you see all the Dragon Balls
on his tongue. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
He keeps them in his stomach. He could probably vomit them up, but like after trying to punch him a couple times, Goku does the Kamehameha on him, and it does absolutely nothing.
No effect. And then fucking from downtown, Kobe Bryant Bulma fucking sinks a natty fucking 3-pointer by throwing the final Dragon Ball into Queen Goma. And they do summon Shenron from inside of him, and it does just destroy. Also, he does flatten Bongo to a pancake. I don't want to gloss over the cartoon physics at play here.
So he steps on Bongo, and then like we see Pasta go and like pull him up like a pancake, and she says a line in the English version. I don't remember what she says, but like, is he dead? Because we see him like get blasted
alive,
away.
Dude. He's fine.
Yeah,
he just I don't know fucking how. Maybe he has a paramecia fruit from Wanpiss, but he does survive, and she's like, she like picks him up like he's a pancake, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And then then the scene cuts away from her. It's like, no, he's fucking dead, bitch.
Yeah. So Bulma has the bright idea to summon the dragon, and like it explodes out of him.
Yup.
I thought he was just gonna be like exploded everywhere, but it blows up like the castle. It like kills a bunch of people.
It kills everyone that's within a proximity except for everyone at the epicenter for some reason.
Yeah. Ground Zero is the safest place to be. Didn't you know that?
Yeah, for sure, right?
And the dragon Shenron, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
Arises from his lair at the center of the earth, apparently.
Rise from your grave.
And everybody is like arguing about what the wish should be, and Pansy is like, "Hey, I want a wish," because that's like
it's just a free for all with these fucking wishes. Like, there's no cue. It's not like who brought the balls together. It's just who screams first.
Yeah. I thought it was actually going to be somebody who was going to wish for the king to be better, or it was going to do the thing it did in the series where Oolong just wishes for the pair of softest panties in the world.
Someone fucking kill Oolong.
Oh my god, there is a line about how Oolong doesn't steal just like any panties. He only steals Egyptian cotton panties.
That was not in mine.
That was like a modifier in an earlier scene.
Good fucking god.
But Pansy is like, I want to wish for my land to be beautiful and vibrant again.
She says, I want my land to be back to the way it was, which Shenron doesn't do.
Yeah, no, he just makes everything like grow over.
Yeah.
And then yeah, that's it. Like, everybody's fine.
It's all good now. It's like, no, it's actually not, dude.
Oh, all of the blood rubies power stones get lifted out of the ground.
She does say in the sub very explicitly, we don't need any of the power stones. Please make my land back to the way it was. And that's why they get ripped out in mine.
I don't think she mentioned them in the dub. I think she just asked for her land to be fertile and beautiful again, and then the stones just get ripped out of the ground for reasons.
What a dick.
So yeah, the dragon vanishes. The Dragon Balls are scattered all over the place. Yamcha and Bulma hook up, apparently.
Yeah, because they're both like, how will I get a girlfriend? How will I get a boyfriend? And then they hear each other say that, and they're like, oh, duh. The person I've had obvious sexual chemistry with, but will eventually leave me to get deep-dicked by Vegeta.
Oh, God. Yamcha goes to play baseball. Oh. He's very good at it, at least.
Of course he is. He's a fucking superhuman.
Yeah.
Hold up. Can we briefly touch on the fucking fact that Yamcha's character arc is like desert bandit and then professional baseball A-Rod player? Like,
he's a desert bandit, then he's a martial artist for a bunch of years.
Over the course of like 15 years, he becomes a fucking... he dies 7 times and then becomes a baseball player.
Yeah. Like he gets his shit wrecked by Tien Shinhan in one of the martial arts tournaments. Like, his leg gets like bent in the wrong direction.
God, remember when Tien was cool?
Yeah. He's
my favorite. Everyone fucking hates Tien in Japan, though.
Yes.
Even Toriyama fucking hates him.
Yeah, everybody hates Tien and Lunch.
They're like the best characters.
And they end up kind of together until like
Launch disappears.
Launch just disappears and all that stuff. Back to the movie real quick, because we're like right at the end. King Gurumes' curse is lifted, and he's like this weird, warty old man.
He just turns into one. No explanation.
Yeah, I guess that's what he used to be, I guess. And then, like, Pansy and her dad show up and give him an apple.
And he's like, what is this? It's delicious. And then he does. She's like, it's an apple, you fucking idiot. And
that's exactly how it plays out in the fucking.
But then, like,
dub,
he sees an apple tree. So, like, yours probably has a better ending. Mine does not. Like, he's like, this is delicious. And then he looks longingly at an apple tree, which to me just means he's gonna do it all over again.
I think it's pretty much the same. He's like, this is really good.
Right, but your dude was cursed.
Oh, that's true.
The curse has been lifted because there's no more evil blood rubies or whatever. In mine, it's just like, oh, this tastes great. I want more. Same shit.
I gotcha.
Like, just hang him from the neck until dead.
Yeah.
Save ourselves the trouble.
So with all that,
Goku leaves.
Goku leaves. He does return the coin that Pasta left him.
Yeah, he does. This is yours, and then he does peace out to go look for Grandpa.
He mentions like, man, Grandpa was right. The world really is full of all sorts of neat stuff, and then like flies away and doesn't even like say goodbye to anybody. He
doesn't
just pieces
wave,
out.
Doesn't do shit. He just bounces, which is Goku is just a murder hobo. He's like, I blew up an entire castle. Bye.
He really is, especially in the Japanese version. Like the English dub humanizes him a lot, especially in Z.
Japanese Goku is just horny for violence. That's all he gives a shit about. He just wants to fight.
So we get the end credits, and we see like little like snippets of the movie, and then at the very end we see like the big like mining area around the castle is just like becomes a lake for reasons. And then the end.
I mean, yeah, that's it. It's over.
That's it.
So 2.5 garlics for sure. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm right there along with you. I say 3. I really enjoyed it.
Like, bear in mind, like most Dragon Ball Z stuff that everyone loves, I would give like 1. So this is good. This is above average for me. If you could have one Dragon Ball wish, what's your wish?
A bunch of money.
That's fair. My wish would be either the ability to cure any disease or injury, or the death of the 1%.
That works.
I'm sorry that you better hope you fucking wish after me, buddy. Because it is indiscriminate. I'll snap my goddamn fingers and that's
I'm not talking like 1% amount of money. I'm talking like,
give me a
I just need a couple grand to like take care of some debt.
Hey Shenron, can you fucking hook me up with a Honda Civic?
Yeah.
All right, that's fair. I guess you'll get to live. I had fun. Thank you to Kame House Party for having us.
Yeah. It was really cool, and
it was fun.
So, if you want to hear what Aaron and Vince are up to in the Dead Zone, you should go over to Maple Syrup Blood Money, which is, like we mentioned before, that's Kyle and I's podcast where we talk about Riverdale, the Archie Comics CW show, and all sorts of other inapproachable shit.
You know, Warhammer 40K and the One Piece English rap opening.
And the One Piece Jeans Freak toy line.
The German Naruto opening. Just a bunch of shit that people who watch Riverdale probably don't actually enjoy.
Yeah.
This is the most on-brand podcast we've ever done.
It really is.
Like, it actually fits what we talk about much better than fucking Riverdale.
I know. It's so great. Okay. So, yeah, go check them out over on our show and listen to our show, because there's some good stuff in there, too.
We have a lot of fun with our gangs of shirtless boys.
I'm
a little upset there was no Emperor Pilaf, Noah.
I know. I know.
I
He was
love
sort
him.
of replaced. Maybe once Aaron and Vince get out of the dead zone, we can send them back in there and we can take over another movie episode.
If it's not the fucking dead zone, Noah.
Well,
I swear to fucking God, dog, if it's not... Because, like, listener, you have no idea how fucking obstinate I was with Noah, where I was like, it's fucking Garlic Jr. or it's nothing.
we'll have to wrangle them into letting us do an episode on the dead zone once they get around to it.
That's all I
That's gonna
want.
be a while. They're still like...
Let's do it early.
Okay, they'll just sit on it for like 2 years.
Oh my fucking God.
Okay.
Yeah, so Noah, where can they find you?
So you can find me on Twitter. I'm at Kamen Otaku. That's KAMENOTAKU. That's probably the best place to find me. I also have a Tumblr. That's noahlathotep.tumblr.com. So that's NOAHLATHOTEP.tumblr.com. So yeah, you can check those out. Along with I'm on the Role Playing Exchange podcast, which is a role-playing game podcast. I also am an infrequent guest or infrequent cast member of the Technical Difficulties Gaming Podcast, which is something that Aaron also does every now and then. So you should go check that out. What about you, Kyle?
If you want to check my tabletop stream out, because of the move, things have been sort of in flux, but we're looking to fix it now that I have internet and a home. You can check us out at twitch.tv/bestpalbrigade. Our Twitter handle is at bestpalbrigade. Facebook.com/bpbgames. Tumblr, bpb-games.tumblr.com. If you want to like check out all of the nerd shit that I do, you can check out patreon.com/Kyle Cardy, where I post a lot of tabletop game design stuff and rule sets and stuff for very affordable prices. That's it, really. That's all your boy got.
All right. Well, so we're gonna take this out like we usually like. The podcast usually ends. So no matter what you got going on, no matter what you're going through, just remember to keep fighting.
We were way off. My microphone was having issues.
It's fine. It's fine.
We did it. Hey, listen, we did it. Okay, let's let him back in from the dead zone, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.